Hi guys, I'm back. Today's video is about something I learned, truths and wisdom that I learned when I was having a conversation with someone, and that was don't regret your life. Background story. I was talking to someone and I was talking to a group of people, right? It was two of us. Well, it was three of us. It was me. We'll call her Lady A and Lady B. Lady A was asking Lady B about what was going on in her life, what she was up to, how she was doing, and Lady B was saying how she lives in a different part of the state right now. She lives in the city right now, and she just came for a week to get bank, and she was just telling Lady A how life has been good for her. She, is working hard, pursuing school, making connections, forming connections, and yeah, she just likes the vibe of what her life is like, and she's really happy. And when Lady A heard all this, she got quiet, and then she's like, man, like I really regret my life. Lady A is older than Lady B and I, and she was just expressing to us how much she regrets her life and how she wished she would have done this and that and followed along the same steps that Lady B is doing right now. And if only she had done, she hadn't gotten this or went to this school, pursued a different career, did something else with her life, then she wouldn't be miserable. She said that she knew that she was a sad and not a good person. That's what she said. And when I heard this, it made me like sad, but it also made me aware of how much awareness she has for herself, and just how much she regrets her life. And when I was hearing this, my first instinct is to like comfort someone and be like, well, I told her, I was like, well, you're never too late, too old to pursue school if you want to, or change your career path, or pursue something, an interest of yours. And she was like, no, like I'm too old, I'm too dumb, I'm stuck in life, like I can't change. And I'm very like iffy when I give out advice, because I don't know if they ever want to if they want it, or if they just want someone to hear them. And so I was like treading lightly here, but I was telling her how no, like you can still do all these things. Like you're young in many people's eyes, in my eyes, and half the world's eyes. Like you can still do things regardless of your age. And she was just like, no, like who am I to pursue something? Who am I to change career paths? Who am I to become someone else? And I was so taken aback, and I felt so sad, but also like I love vulnerability. So the fact that she was able to be like vulnerable was very surprising, because she's not the type to be vulnerable. She's only been vulnerable like twice, and to see her express her thoughts and feelings was wonderful. I think that vulnerable people are very, I don't know, they mean something to me. They have a place in my heart. But yeah, she was just saying all this, and I didn't want to give out like advice, because I don't know what she's been through. I don't know what she's going through right now. I don't know how her mind works, how she perceives things. So I just that ended there, right? And it just made me think about like how many people out there regret their life, regret not doing things, or think that doing something is stupid, or they're too old, they're too young, they're too smart, they're too dumb, they're too ugly, they're this, that, and the third. And it's like, this was like a great thing, a message to put out there. I'm a hard believer of not regretting your life. There's this saying that says regret something you did, not something you didn't do. So that's sort of my mantra when it comes to living. For example, I'm gonna give you guys an example. I was so scared to start YouTube. Like, this was my dream for like years, and I didn't ever know what to do. I didn't think I was creative or entertaining or someone that could become something. And so I held myself back for so many years out of fear of not being enough, not being sure, not being certain, not being confident. And I just started a couple months ago. So I feel like with being able to start, because I was like, so I needed it to be perfect. I needed to have a plan sorted out, and I needed to feel ready, to feel confident, feel enough, feel articulate, expressive, all of that ish. I needed it in order to become what I'm doing now, or start what I'm doing now. And I honestly, to that, I say it's nice. Okay, I want to say it's nice to have a plan, just a plan of like what you think your life is going to look like, or actions you think you should take in order to pursue what you're doing. But don't get too hung up on the details and the perfection of what you envision yourself to be like when you're doing this said thing, because I feel like with that you're just never gonna be enough. You're never gonna be enough. You're never gonna be confident enough, articulate enough, expressive enough period, unless you actually do what you're doing, pursuing in the footsteps of nervousness, fearful. You need to do all these things, awkwardness, experience it all in order to be someone that is doing what you're doing, that would have been a big regret of mine if I didn't pursue YouTube. And I think even with that, like with pursuing something and not being regretful, you learn to become the person you're dreaming of. Like, do it scared, do it terrified, do it anxious, do it all of it. Do it feeling all the feelings you feel. Just do it. I think that's like the biggest thing ever when it comes to change and doing things without feeling regretful of not doing them, out of fear of like judgment or imperfection. And to her, like personally, if we were to have a one-on-one and this would like somehow get back to it, like to anyone basically, I guess I should say, okay, this is the thing, because it's so easy for me to say like do it, but it takes more bravery and, what I say, devotion? I think devotion. Like, you have to, your fear of, no. Your belief in yourself and your pursuit for something has to be greater than your fear of doing it, of your fear of, of your fear of starting, of your fear of failing. It has to be like, you have to think bigger than your fears let you believe. I used to tell myself like, I'm not articulate enough, I'm gonna stutter, I'm gonna be like, no one's gonna understand me, no one's gonna get me, I'm not gonna make sense. But my belief in myself and my devotion to doing this, and I don't even think it necessarily has to be like a passion. It could just be a hobby. But just like the interest in doing it has to be greater than the fear that you feel inside. But also like not shame that fear. Like, you're allowed to carry it with you in your journey, and as you grow and get comfortable with doing what you fear or what you are scared to do, and what you might regret not doing, it can go along with you, and it will grow, and it will become your best friend in the end, I think. But like, okay, yeah, so I guess that's the message here, really. And I think because we attach so much like emotional attachment to our worth and to doing things, like we think that failure isn't an option when pursuing stuff, but like that's the point. I think failure is the point to everything, you know? It's failing and then being able to pick yourself up and trying again. Like, I think growth is like a ladder, you know? You're gonna climb up a few steps and then you're gonna fall all the way back down. But knowing to get back up and keep going, even if you fall 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 50 times, 100 times, but not giving up, like, that's the key to success. Success isn't like one shot, you did it in one try and now you're a millionaire. Like, no, success is failing multiple times and still getting up after each fail and not giving up on yourself, your dreams, your ambitions, and your goals. As Daniel Caesar said in Transform, life is never over until it ends. Wait, what is it? It's never over until life ends. That's the idea there. So I think I want to like talk a little bit more though about like people that do think like Lady A, because I've been in her position. We've all been in that position of like regretting our past stuff, or like regretting not pursuing a certain career, a certain education. But like, you have to remember that you can always try again. You can, if you, let's say you were young and you really wanted to pursue volleyball, but you thought you weren't athletic enough, so you put it out of your mind, and then you just happen to stumble upon a show or a volleyball and you pick it up again and you're like, wait, this is so much fun. I forgot how much I miss, like, I loved this and I regret not doing it. But like, you don't have to regret it. You can like decide in that moment to pick it up again and become, even if it's not like to become a volleyball star, unless that's your dream, then by all means go for it. But if it's just for like a hobby or just like to get practice in volleyball for like matches with your friends or in the neighborhood or whatever it is, your community, that's fine too. Like, nothing has to be as serious. But actually, I'm iffy with that, because like, to me, nothing's like, it doesn't have to be serious, but like at the same time, it's so freaking serious. Like, it's the most serious thing in the world. So different layers when it comes to that. But yeah, I think that's really all what I wanted to say and put out there to anyone who is scared to take action, or regretting not doing stuff, or debating on if they should do a certain thing. Like, do what makes you happy, but do it with love. Follow your heart, your soul, your mind, and do it for you, always for you. And yeah, who needs validation, external validation, when all of it is right here, babes? It's in you. Yeah. I think that was all I wanted to say today on that topic. If you guys have any thoughts, opinions, ideas revolving this, always happy to hear. But for now, I'll see you guys later. Bye.